sure got a casino. That's the edge. In placing a bet like that, he plays anywhere near 30.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of MLB Player Performance. Yesterday, I got my shit pushed in.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about yesterday.
No.
I'm kidding.
If I'm going to mention the good, I have to mention the bad. But that's been MLB to start the season. I mean, a couple good days and some very not so good days. Yesterday's was one of those not so good days. Actually, it was fucking awful. But
terrible.
You know, the bright side is I'm not losing, I'm learning, right? And I haven't gone incredibly big, right? Like I haven't been heavy-handed to start the season. So that's the main thing. And I will say this. If I listened to just my takes on the show, I'd be way better off. And the max bets that you guys have stole from me actually have been L's. And my max bets or my best bets on the show have been cashing. Like so by you taking the Brewers, my bet was the Mets, and the Mets and Burnsy's Mets were the only team that really came through for me yesterday. But thank God for the NBA, because the NBA has been on fucking fire. It was slow to start the season, but now 80-46 run in the NBA. So I mean, it's just, thank God the Suns held me down last night. Dodgers looked like shit last night. Anyway, listen, but like I said, we lose, we learn, and it's the start of the season. So what I am going to do now is I have enough information to go back to my system, which made money for like 6 years in MLB, and I plan to carry that back on. I was just kind of giving it some data, letting it learn. But I'm back in it, so I'm not worried about it. Just fade the Miami Heat. No fading of my Miami Heat. I'll have no Heat slander on this show. Didn't the Heat cash last night? I mean, the only bet I had in the NBA last night, of course, was the Phoenix Suns. That game was nip and tuck throughout most of the game, and then all of a sudden rolled in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Miami Heat rolled the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's get that straight, buddy. Anyway, let's go. Let's move on today. We have a big card. Looking forward. First game up. We have the Texas Rangers rolling into Oracle Park, into Baltimore to take on the Orioles. We have DeGrom and Eflin. DeGrom is confirmed. He is pitching. If many of you don't know, he was scratched day one with some neck soreness, I believe, or neck tightness or whatever it was. Something with his neck.
Took a Viagra.
Anyway, well, you get that when you go down a little bit too much.
Right? A long neck.
He took a Viagra, got stuck in his neck. Now I got a stiff neck. But
Anyway, Coach, who do you like here? We'll start you off.
None. I'll go to I said it yesterday. I'm not gonna bet on Baltimore unless it's Rodgers and until I have a bigger sample size. I don't know how long.
Why not DeGrom?
Well, I don't know how long he's going to pitch. I mean, is he 100%? He got scratched in that first one. Are they going to
outside of the neck stiffness or neck soreness? There was no reason to not fade him,
I don't.
Right? Like there was no reason to fade him or not trust him,
but
other than the neck stiffness.
Is he going to pitch 3, 4? Like, are they going to let him go? Like, if he's on fire, are they going to let him go? If he sucks, I don't know. I'm not sure about how he will pitch today. I will say that Zach Eflin actually has pretty good numbers against current Rangers, and I think he pitched pretty well in the spring too. I don't think he gave up a run in 2 starts. So, if you want to take a shot, sure, go ahead. But I'm going to stay away from this one.
Luke?
First off, we all sucked yesterday. So we own it. Yeah. One of the hardest things to do is, it's easy to laugh. And I'm not saying you guys in the comments would laugh, but it's hard to get on a show after you do tough the previous day. But that's why we do it.
That's one thing, actually, and Bernsey will contest to this. That's actually my favorite day to show up.
Because it shows integrity.
Because nobody else wants to, right? Nobody else wants to. And I feel like, you know what? So we all know like Instagram is like a highlight reel, right? Like that's for everybody, right? Like, I mean, Instagram models for everybody. You post those big winnings. It's like the highlights. It's those little perfect moments of your life, right? Like that's what Instagram feels like. Where you really get to be transparent on shows like this that you do daily. You get to be transparent every day and run through the day prior stats. You know what I mean? So that's what I prefer about coming on shows like this. Like I'll come on this show, and speak to the audience and tell them exactly what I did, because it's not about shame, because when you do this long enough, you're going to make so many bets during the course of an MLB season, right? Like you're expecting to have days like I had yesterday. Now, I don't expect to have it with the teams that I did, and you don't expect when 4 or 5 teams start off the season of 3-0, 4-0 for all of them to lose in the same night, right? Because the Marlins lost, the Brewers lost, the Dodgers lost, the Blue Jays lost, and I believe there was a fifth, and the Yankees. And the Yankees. So all undefeated teams to start the season all took an L yesterday, which is crazy. You don't
the odds of that. The
like
odds of that is so little, honestly.
Correct. You know, so but to Luke's point, it is difficult to sit there and want to do the show the next day, right? Because you're like, fuck, I just got my teeth kicked in. You like that extra time to sit there and look over the board and study the board, and now you got to talk about the shit that just kicked your teeth in, right?
But that's what we do. Anyways, I just wanted to address it. We all did bad yesterday. It was not a good day, but we fucking bounced back. It motivates me more than anything. I think what Coach said about DeGrom's unknown length in this game is actually one of my angles I do like. Is I don't know that he's going to go that long, and so I think there's value on his unders, like under hits allowed. I think you could even go under earned runs allowed if you can get 2.5. Amazing. I think the line in some places is plus money at 1.5. So I lean to the unders there. And then I'm not afraid to go back. I don't consider this chasing, but Corey Seager got walked a couple times last night. He failed me. I was on the show preaching Corey Seager. I'm going to go back to him, and his numbers against Eflin are not bad at all. And he's a stud. Corey Seager, when on a good day, is a top 10 hitter in baseball. I do like Corey Seager again tonight. I got him this morning at over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. The line has already moved. I see on most books to 2.5. So I just want to say that my two leans are DeGrom unders in the hits allowed or earned runs, and then I'm not afraid to back Seager all season long.
All right, let's bring it to Miami, Lone Depot Park. The White Sox rolling in to take on the once undefeated Marlins. We have Fede and Junk. I like the Marlins in this spot. Luke, you agree?
Yeah, I can't, I didn't really love this game, so it's a pass for me on official props, but I did lean Miami. Eric Fede is just a veteran of the trade. He's 33 years old, and he didn't look good last year. 4-13, 5.5 ERA. Did you see his whip? 1.52. So don't back Fede in this spot. I don't think there's a scenario where I'm on the White Sox here. It's a no bet for me, but if you had to go, it's something Miami offensive related against Fede.
I don't even know where the fuck that came from. It literally just started playing out of nowhere. Yeah, I like Junk's stuff, right? Like he doesn't just throw junk. No pun intended, but like seriously, he does have some good stuff. And you got to respect the stash, man. If you haven't seen that dude's stash, this dude's got a stash on him. Coach, what do you think here?
Quality stash. Yeah, I mean, I think the number tells you that you got to. If you're going to go one way, it's got to be Miami. And what you want to think about Jansen Junk, I mean, even with an ERA over 4, like he's a solid pitcher, and he gave them some solid wins last year. And there's no chance in hell I'm going to back Eric Fede, especially when he pitches on the road. So, yeah, it's a Miami or pass here.
Agree. Let's move on. I don't know. I was going to say up to a better game, but we'll just go at least coach's game. We'll move on to coach's game. We'll head to Great American Ballpark. The Pittsburgh Pirates rolling in for Game 2. Chandler and Williamson. This is a complete fucking pass for me. What about you, Coach?
So I was talking to Luke just before we came on, and if you don't know Bubba Chandler, he's a big dude, 6'5", 220, 225, throws flames. So in the spring, he threw several pitches over 100. He clocks usually in the 97 to 99 range. So he's a strikeout guy. In the spring, he had 17 strikeouts in 11 innings. Last year, he made 4 starts, and I think he appeared in 7 games. And the Pirates won 6 of those, and he racked up the strikeouts. And I think he does it today. Since they're averaging 10 strikeouts a game, which, that's going to go down, obviously. But today, his line, it opened at 4.5 for strikeouts. It's already up to 5.5. It's still at plus money, about plus 115 last time I checked. I like that best, and I think he'll pitch well. And I look at the line too, and I'm wondering, why is Pittsburgh favored on the road and Paul Skeens isn't on the mound? So I would lean on Pirates to win here as well, but I do like Chandler's strikeout prop over.
Because much like the Athletics in the offseason, they were perceived to be a much improved and a much better team, right? It hasn't transpired yet.
Yeah,
It hasn't translated to wins yet, but they are supposed to be a better team in better form, a much better lineup. So, I mean, I guess that's why they're laying numbers. I don't think too many people are high on the Reds. I think everybody who looked at the Reds getting into the playoffs or barely sneaking into the playoffs last year thought it was, one of those outlier type things. Luke, you targeting anybody here? Anything with Bubba?
I like Coach's take on Bubba. I would co-sign it. I think if I had to give a lean on this, it's actually TJ Friedl is in a really good buy low spot for Cincinnati. He's just 2 for 17 with 7 strikeouts to start the year, but he's capable in a leadoff hitter. He was 261 last season with 14 home runs, 82 runs, and 53 RBIs. So get him at plus money in the combo stack category in the leadoff spot for the Reds against a young pitcher. Go over 1.5 at plus money as a small lean there.
Now, Coach, wasn't Bubba slated to start last year? And then he got hurt.
He's one of those guys. Yeah. They brought him in late last year, and he became one of those guys that we talked about yesterday where, we're going to give him 3 innings here and 2 1/3 here and whatever, and then we're going to give him a start, So yeah, I mean, he should be a great addition to their starting rotation.
All right, let's move on. Let's head to Citizens Bank Park. We have the Washington Nationals rolling in to take on the Phillies. I think the surprise Washington Nationals, or is it that just this team is fucking sneaky good? I mean, you know what? Like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. We all knew that they had some lumber in the top of the lineup, right? But we really figured that they would struggle on the mound and they would struggle in the bullpen. But they've been fucking putting up enough runs that it doesn't really matter what the pitchers give up because they're able to cover them with the bats, man. And this Philadelphia Phillies teams, I did say it to start the season. Luke kind of pulled me in yesterday, had me go back and both of you fuckers actually had me go back and look over the Taijuan Walker numbers against Washington, and I put it in a money line parlay. It didn't make any difference either way because it was tied in with the Blue Jays, and they both shit the bed yesterday. I'm out on the Phillies until there's reason to actually bet the Phillies. I'm out on them. And more so, I'm probably out on fading the Nationals, man. Right? Like, and I want no part of Painter in this spot either. Luke, you have a play here?
Yeah, I'm going to be anti-Nationals because everything I've seen, their pitching is going to be horrendous this year.
But what have you seen? You've seen them win 3 or 4 games. That's what you've seen.
I know, but I also am taking into consideration, I think the Cubs are not very good, and I think the Phillies, I should have known better. They always start out so fucking slow to start the season, just like Zach Wheeler. He's like one of the slowest starting pitchers ever. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to buy Philly. I do still like them against a lefty, but also is this a bullpen game for the Nats because they're starting Poulin, and he's a relief pitcher. He's probably only going to throw an inning. So then that actually equates back out to like, what is the Nationals bullpen? And I don't think they're good at all. So, I mean, I do have to lean Philly here. Honestly, I know it sounds like you're chasing when you're going to a team after a bad loss like yesterday, but I like Philly. I like their team total over 4.5 against the bullpen game and this, slight uptick in warm weather. So give me over 4.5 for the Phillies total tonight.
All right. Your money. Coach.
Scared money don't make money.
No, listen, it's not about scared money. It's about taking the information that I've seen from the start of the season, right, and applying it to this game. And I mean, I was wrong about this Nationals team. They're not just fucking hitting the ball; they're clobbering the ball. They're making contact. They're having good at bats at the plate. You know what I mean? So they're going to be able to put up runs. Like that's just a fact. They're going to be able to put up runs throughout the season. And it doesn't matter who's on the mound. Good batters are still going to get to good pitchers. It's just going to happen. I mean, is it going to happen consistently? No. You're going to have guys who are going to dominate certain teams. But the Washington Nationals are not this junk team. You're going to have to worry about that lineup. Matter of fact, I'll tell you who the Washington Nationals are, right? The Washington Nationals are the team that you thought the Athletics were. That's who the Nationals are.
It's too early to say that. Yeah, they put up 17 hits in one game.
That's what I've seen. That's what I've seen.
4 games. Yeah.
But you've seen it in spots last year too. The Washington Nationals weren't bad at the plate. Their pitching staff sucks, right? Like their bullpen is trash.
Bullpen was terrible.
But it's not going to be their lineup. And teams that can hit, you know what? You're always going to have to worry about that.
There he goes again.
Yeah, don't worry about it. If
That's
you guys can
valid.
hear me, that's all that matters.
It's all good.
We don't know what's going on with this fucking
It's
camera.
okay. We're okay with the daily Duke troll. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guns, I promise I'm not shitting on Duke, man. But just so you know, you know what I mean? Just so you know. Didn't hate seeing that one. Anyway, I slipped out of and I lost my fucking Duke spot. All right. Anyway, Coach, who do you like here?
Neither really. I don't. I still don't trust either one of them. But I actually like Luke's take on the team total. I think if you're going to back Philly, back them to score. I don't know what you're going to get from all these bullpen arms from the Nationals. I don't know what you're going to get from Andrew Painter either. So like you said, Washington's been hitting the ball against anybody. If the Phillies are going to stay in this game, they're going to need to score and do it against what was the league's worst bullpen last year. And I don't think it's going to be much better this year. So I do like that team total as a slight lean.
I may actually look to the Washington Nationals a little sprinkle at the +1.5. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it just might be that time,
True.
like just fuck it. Because you're going to probably catch
the run line. Yeah, that's not a bad look.
Yeah. No. Or maybe early.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is I don't like backing a team the night after they put up double-digit runs. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on.
Moving.
We have Colorado Rockies, Toronto Blue Jays. Speaking of a team that just put up 2 fucking tutties last night, Colorado Rockies, where the fuck did that come from?
I mean, these last 2 games you're talking about it's funny because the Nationals hit 17 hits. I know they're a decent offense, but that's wild. And you have the fucking Rockies scoring 14 runs. 14 it's just who can predict that? It's tough. It's very tough.
Crazy.
All right, hold on, guys, while I fix my camera. Coach, why don't you just tell us who you like in this game while I'm doing that?
Does Coach like Grandpa Scherzer here?
Do you want to lay 280 minus 280 with him?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You do? At age 41?
I mean, I'll lay the runs.
I mean, he's the better option here, but that Feltner kid, he's not, don't bail on him yet because his ERA was close to 5 last year. But if you look at his expected numbers, and remember, he's pitching in, a lot of starts at Coors Field, and he only pitched 30 innings or so last year. But, his expected ERA was in the 3s. So, I would back Toronto somehow, some way. And for me, again, I think this is one where, I'm going to look to their team total just because after that loss, I mean, that was a bad loss yesterday. And after that,
this is what I understand. You literally just shadow his shadow. I mean, you just said that this kid, looked at his kid. You like this kid, Feltner, and now you're looking towards Toronto's team total. So which is it?
He's giving you the full story.
I'm just saying, don't bail on him all season.
If that's the case, then why wouldn't you like the Blue Jays and lay the runs, or even the Blue Jays first 5? Although I know I don't do that anymore. But why not the Blue Jays in the first 5 lay the half a run if you want better value?
It's still over minus 200.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. There's just you look at there's so many ways to go. That's why I said it's Toronto somehow, but how the only how I can come up with is their team total.
Colorado Rocky resident here.
Oh, there he is. Rockies for the playoffs. Plus $1 million.
Put down $20, you might be rich. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the problem is the only way that happens is if you get paid. In my opinion, you're just wasting $20.
Yeah.
True.
Let me guess, Luke. You don't love it, but it is great value.
But it's a great price.
Amazing line value.
Great price.
I actually co-signed.
Listen, I'm not shitting on it, but like I said, it just seems odd that on one hand you're talking good about this kid, and then you want to fade him. You know what I'm saying? Which is basically what you're doing, right? That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
A team total is always going to be a fade of the pitcher, right?
Yes.
Even more so than it is a play on the bats.
Mm-hmm. That's why it makes this game difficult to come up with something, and that's why I say, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to lean towards Toronto. And the way to do that price wise, try, like you said, first 5, there's a number of ways to attack it, but the only way I can think of that makes sense is to back Toronto's team total here. Now, am I going to bet that? Probably not, but
No, listen, I don't
That's my
I don't
take,
mind it. I'm not as big on this kid as you are, but I'm not as big on this kid as you are, right? So I don't mind the look at all. I don't have a problem with the Blue Jays, especially after the Blue Jays kind of, but I think they kind of gave up. They gave up so many runs early. It's just like, okay, what's the fucking point now? Luke, you targeting anybody here?
Yeah, I don't mind the take on the team total. I like this is a couple leans because props are tough in this game. I lean over in general in the game, but I got to go to someone said in the chat. Actually, it looks like my name's Jeff. My name is Jeff. I like Vlad. I mean, he hasn't put up anything for sure. Yeah, you know that movie quote, right, Jay?
Yeah, I just don't understand that, like the purpose for it in this spot right now.
That's his name.
Oh, my name is
name.
I wasn't. Go ahead, man.
You're like, what the fuck, Luke?
I'm looking at my phone while I'm sitting here listening or trying to listen to you.
It's
tough
the guy's
sledding here,
name,
buddy.
He put up Vlad over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I love that. That would actually be my official play. Some books have it at 2.5. I still don't mind it. Vlad could go yard here. So give me the over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I love that. My name is Jeff.
Let me pull this up real quick. I mean, I don't want to mind our Blue Jays minus 1.5. It's not something I typically do, but I mean, I think it's the only play in a game like this. At least that I see. I mean, I couldn't look any other way. Yeah, I mean, it's fairly priced minus 120. I hate that Hard Rock doesn't have better numbers. Like you can't lay the 1, right? Like there's a lot of books now where you can just lay the 1. Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it at Hard Rock. All right. Anyway, let's move the fuck on. We're gonna head to Atlanta, the Athletics. How did that take pan out? Because they ain't hitting shit, Luke. The Athletics rolling in. By the way, the 0-4 Athletics. We have Savali. All right, and Suarez on the mounds. Both pitchers making their first starts of the season. I did say I kind of liked Atlanta in the spot yesterday. For some reason, I didn't play it. But I did say that the number was an Athletic number. Today, that's not the case. This is absolutely a Braves number. Coach, you agree?
I do. Yeah. I mean, minus 160, 165. I mean, they're telling you. And there's no way you're going to trust Aaron Savali, right?
I don't say that. I don't say no way. I guess in certain spots you're going to trust them, right?
Well, yeah, but not here.
Trust him to give up homers.
Not here. Yeah. And yesterday I like, I'm not a fan of Bryce Elder, and I said that I like him over his K prop and whatever. And I think he go 6 innings yesterday. He pitched well. I don't think Savali pitches well here. And if you think back to what he did last year, I think his opening start, I think he did give up 3 home runs in that first start last year. So he's a guy that'll give up dingers. I don't know if Atlanta, will hit a bunch of them, but Suarez was a reliever last year, and he's going to be in the rotation now since Strider's out, I guess. He did make it. He's another one of those guys we talked about yesterday about, he'd get 3 innings here, 2 innings there. And then they gave him a start last year. I forget who it was against, but he went 7 innings, gave up 2 earned runs. So I think he'll pitch well here. Like you said, the A's are not hitting the ball. I like Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Luke, do you have anything here?
Yeah, at least I know as much as I hype up the Athletics team. Hey, he cashed yesterday for me. So yeah, Acuna got the job done in the first inning, I believe, or early in the game. And so that was a good take. Today I'm going pitcher. My official play is Jose Suarez over 4.5 strikeouts. Again, he's and over the last few years he averaged about a strikeout per inning pitched. A's are looking ass terrible. They're swinging and missing a lot. So give me Suarez over 4.5. I think he gets at least 5 tonight.
All right, there you have it. All right, let's move on. We're going to move on to American Family Field. Only in Wisconsin. Only in fucking Wisconsin.
American Family.
The Rays shut me up quickly yesterday. Taking on the Brewers. Milwaukee's laying 131 here. Yeah, McClanahan and Woodruff. Yeah, I got to be honest. I kind of like the Rays in this spot. And the number says Rays. I think the market is very big on the Rays today. What do you think, Luke? Your squad?
Yeah, it's a Rays number. I mean, McClanahan could be a beast. Like, as much as we should talk the Rays pitching staff, he hasn't pitched since 2023, but he had a hell of a year. I mean, 3.29 ERA. He was 11-2 for the Rays. It's been a few years, but this lefty could be good. No one's seen him in a while. So I do think the Rays have a good look in this game. And I love my man, Brandon Woodruff, though. He is a fucking stud on the mound. So I actually like the under. All I'm saying
Can you just get rid of that douchebag in the comments? Like, honestly.
So angry, bro.
Like not only is he so angry, he's like so fucking lonely. Like he wants to be heard somewhere.
Somebody listen to me.
Please listen to me, guys. Please listen to me, guys.
You don't have to watch us. We're here for the
no, but you know that's the funniest part of all.
The thing
is that you're sitting here watching us and then lighting up the fucking comments like a little fucking girl. You know what I mean? Like holy shit, dude.
Yeah, so I actually like. I'm saying all that about the pitchers. Two good pitchers. Woodruff, absolute stud at home. I like the under. Give me the under 7.5 as a lean here.
All right, Coach.
Yeah, actually, like both of them early. I actually had one of my notes said first 5 under 4, but also I actually like first 5 Tampa plus the half run. I just think it's one of those games where you have 2 really good pitchers early. And it ends up it's 0-0, 1-1, or Tampa Bay even could go ahead. So Tampa Bay plus the half run in the first 5. Did we get rid of that guy?
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay.
The real people.
He's now texting you, Coach?
No, it's like I keep seeing these comments. I'm looking like, is that him?
Is that a Miss Bo Burner?
God damn. Yeah. Keep giving it to him.
Oh shit.
God.
The funny thing about it is you guys come on and say, bad night or say something right negative. We leave it. You know what I'm saying? That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
But when you start saying like 4, 5, 6 in a fucking row, it's like, oh, holy fucking stalker.
It's not like we lost all of them. I mean, I gave William Contreras his back-to-back winners. He hit yesterday right away, so he hit a dinger. So I mean, there were wins in there. Yeah, but it was not a good day overall.
No, dude, stop dressing up a shit pie and calling it fucking chocolate mousse, dude. It was a shit day. Like, period.
I had to bring up some.
No. It was a shit day. Like, it was a shit day. It was a bad fucking day.
It was as bad as it gets.
Like seriously, like just say it how it was. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to sit here, and try and make it look better or make no. It was terrible. It was awful. Anyway, we're moving on. You both gave your plays, right? You gave your play, Luke.
We did. Yep.
Okay, we're good. I can get the fuck out of family, friend, family, friend, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Nobody wants to leave family.
Yeah, of course you do. We want because now we're headed to Busch. With Bernsey and the Mets rolling in. Bernsey, what's your early take on your Metropolitans to start the season?
I think that 90 win mark
is in reach.
Was way too low.
We're
going all the fucking way, baby.
All the way to LA before you get beat by the Dodgers. Hey, listen.
4-3 against the Dodgers last year.
Somebody has to play the Dodgers, before the Dodgers hit the World Series. I mean, that's fine. It could be the Mets. Hey, listen, I'd be happy if it was the Mets.
So would I. That'd be great.
I'd have no problem with that. Not beating the Dodgers, but getting there. Here's the question: was this like a one of those things where we're putting Senga in the 5 spot, only so that it strengthens the back end of the rotation? It kind of sandwiches the bad arms between the good ones, because he's not a 5 starter. He's definitely not a fucking 5 starter.
Where do you think he belongs?
Senga on this Mets team? 2, 3.
Okay. I think it's because that he kind of tailed off at the end of last year.
But you can't take that. I mean, unless they see something that I haven't, but I don't think he's a 4 or 5 starter.
It's just always hurt.
No, I'm just taking a guess. Because he pitched well in the spring. I mean,
and that's another thing that Burnsies is saying, and I can honestly say that that might be true. Is because he always gets hurt. You don't want any real disruption to your staff.
Yeah.
I like that. That could be possible.
Yeah. I love in the weirdest ways too.
He's paid me in a lot of ways. He paid me a lot last year, even in his short season that he played.
He did. I mean, look at his one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite pitchers coming into this year because people for some reason think he's bad. Look at his career stats in 3 years. Obviously, well, it's really 2 seasons. A 3 ERA flat and 320 strikeouts in 280 innings. Like, the dude is freaking nasty. So I actually like Senga a lot. I just had to get on my Senga.
And he should deal against the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals fucking are ass. Like, this team is ass.
Well,
and the Mets should jack Palante too.
They're 3 for 21 against him, so that's not good.
So pretty safe to say that we're all aligned on the Mets here. I mean, Coach, how are you looking at them? Early, often?
Early and often. I mean, yeah, it's and again, it's that number, in the -160s that's telling you. And Palante against the current Mets, like number one, he doesn't strike out a lot of guys anyway, but his strikeout rate against them, and it's like over 60 plate appearances. It's less than 10%. So, he's a ground ball guy, which means the Mets are going to make contact all night long. Last year, 2 starts against the Mets, he gave up 4 earned runs in each game. So I would look Mets first 5, Mets money line. Look at the Mets team total too.
Luke?
Yeah, I have 2 picks here. Senga should go 5 innings, over 14.5 outs. I love that line. You could even get his Ks. You can get his Ks at over 4.5. I like over for both of Senga's props there. And then fade Alec Burleson, 0 for 6 against Senga, under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. That's 3 picks, could parlay them all, but I'm officially on Senga over 14.5 outs. Book it.
Woo. You know what? You don't get to do book it until you have a streak together 2-3 winning days in a row.
Sometimes you have to book it to
get
back.
Well, once you've earned the right to book it. Actually, you don't get to say book it out loud until you're willing to do it in a coffee shop in the middle of a group of people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When your balls drop, you get to do a book it, right? Like that's when you've earned the right to do a book it. All right. So let's head to Houston. We have the Boston Red Sox rolling in. Bayo and Brown. This is one thing. Okay. So they're 5 games through the Astros. So this is the normal rotation. Another guy that I don't know that he belongs in the back end of the Red Sox lineup. I mean, you have good and bad with Bayo, right? Like we all know what he's going to be by the end of the season. He's going to be a guy who's going to be in the 3s, but usually the low 3s, right? Like he doesn't put up a big ERA. He keeps the Red Sox in games. He's a guy I like, right? And a guy I hate seeing as a Yankees fan. I'll tell you that much. For some reason, he comes out and does his best work on the mound against my Stripes. Coach, who do you like here?
Actually like Hunter Brown, but here I just had a thought going back to Senga and Bayo. Why are they at the back end of the rotations? Would it have anything to do with their expected numbers? Because front offices are using a lot of that BS. But both those guys have lower 3 ERAs, but their expected numbers are like in the 4.5s. So maybe that has something to do with why they're placed where they are in the rotation. I don't know. That said, this one, I think somehow, some way you got to get behind Hunter Brown. He exited early in his first start because he walked too many guys, but he did have 9 strikeouts. So I'll turn this over to Luke. I actually kind of like his strikeout prop. His earned run prop set at 1.5. I'm not sure about that one. And his outs prop at 17.5. So Luke, you have any takes on those?
Yeah, I saw the outs, and he's supposed to pitch 6+ innings. That's essentially telling you, which then if he's going to stay that long in the game, you like him to strike out that many batters. So, Coach, I think you're onto certainly what the line is saying. This game in a props category is a stay away for me because I cannot get a read on this Boston offense. I gotta see more games till I can say anything conclusive about them.
Boston has an offense? I thought the best offense was the defense. I think the total is telling you exactly where to go. 7.5 here. I like the first 5 under. If I can get it in the 4.5 range, I like the first 5 under. That would be the way I would. I don't expect Boston to hit much. I don't really trust this Astros lineup. That would probably be my look.
Yeah, and Bayo's earned run prop is under 2.5 is -160.
And you got to imagine that you're going to get 5 out of the guy, right? Like, so, yeah.
I would think so. Yep.
I would look to see what that, if you catch a 4.5, that would be the play for me.
That's a good call.
All right, let's head to Arizona. The Detroit Tigers rolling in Casey Mize and Brandon Thought. Arizona laying 118. I got to say this, right? Like, I'm a guy who always, like, owns up when he's wrong. I was wrong about this Diamondback lineup. I got to be honest. Like they're hitting the fucking ball. And again, small sample size, of course, right? But I like this lineup. I mean, what's not to like? They're putting up numbers. I thought that they were going to, like, regress because of all the bodies they got rid of last year. but they continue to do what they need to do, and they continue to put the barrel on the fucking ball, and they continue to push runs across the plate. I mean, and really, that's all you're supposed to do. You just make fucking contact. I mean, Marte, Carroll, Perdomo, Moreno, Radio, what's his name? Even the back end of, and even the back end of this fucking lineup isn't bad. Oh, Arenado is the guy that they stole from the Cardinals, right? The one-time All-Star.
Yep.
Yes. Who played for Colorado for years.
He used to be a stud third baseman. Yeah.
I like the lineup, and I like the back end of the lineup as well. You know what I mean? So you know what? I was completely wrong on that, right? Like I actually like that. I switch, and now I like the Arizona Diamondback lineup. Wrong. And listen, not for nothing, they kept the Dodgers in bay, right? Like, so I don't like their pitching staff. I don't. I mean, I think Gallen's washed.
Yeah,
I don't think they have the arms to make any real noise, right? But they're nothing that a trade, can hurt. Or maybe they find a young stud or two, and bring them up. But honestly, I like them. Do I like them tonight? I don't fucking know, Coach. What do you think? I mean, you're in Detroit. Yeah. What do you think about this Tiger team?
Yeah, they'll be fine. Not tonight, though. I don't think. Fott actually is not terrible. Last year, if you remember, he had expected numbers that were through the roof. But as he went through the tail end of the season, he actually pitched pretty well. And he ended up 13-9, but his ERA, because it was so high in the beginning of the season, it ended up over 5. But in the spring, he actually pitched really well. 10 innings. I think he started 3 times, and he only gave up 1 earned run. So, I say all that. And, yesterday I said that What's-His-Nuts gave up 22 hits or something. And, who knows what's going to happen there. But I do think Arizona is the better option here because, and I think Daryl Luke in the chat, I don't know if he was talking to me, but it said, you doing the first 5, LOL? Yeah, I am. So if you remember last year, Diamondbacks and White Sox paid the bills last year in the first 5. And the Diamondbacks did
until the tail end of the season.
Yeah,
the Diamondbacks got cold, and once they got cold, I mean, they went fucking.
Yeah, then we shut it down.
They went iguana in December.
Oh yeah,
fucking just falling out of trees, dead.
But they
Yeah,
but they like the White Sox had an even better first 5 record when they were at home, and look at it this year. They're 3-1 in the first 5 already, and Detroit's actually 1-3. So I'll take Fott over Mize, who didn't have a great spring and actually didn't pitch real well towards the end of last season either. So D-backs first 5.
That. I'll ride that. We'll ride the D-backs first 5. Luke, you riding with us?
Yeah, my prop aligns perfectly. And just, guys, I got to go after this. So I'm dipping off the show early because I got to go get my boys for lunch. But I like both pitchers. Both of these align exactly with what you guys handicapped. Casey Mize, Tigers, under 4.5 strikeouts. I think his line is already moving way down, juiced to the under after I released it this morning. He has only struck out 1 Diamondback that's not named Carlos Santana in his career. So give me the under. I like that. And then flip side, Brandon Pfaadt over 4.5, just starting to juice to the over. So the lines are moving in the perfect way here. Pfaadt, end of last season, coach said it. He was a stud. He actually has been he had a really good playoff run the year prior. I like Pfaadt a lot this season. So I like both these players.
Thoughts too. I like Thoughts a lot. I really do.
Both of these are official.
I like my Thoughties. I like some Thoughts.
Who doesn't? So I'm ending the show on both of these as official free plays. One's even a VIP.
Listen, I'm sorry, bro. I'm going to make you a little bit late, but before you go, why don't you give these people the ride or die? I mean, you lost the ride or die again yesterday.
I know. I'm ice cold. I told you.
You got to hit one.
So it's actually it's in this game is what I had.
Right, so there we go. Let's go play the ride or die for him right now, just so we can get it going for them.
Ride or die. Remember.
All right. Listen, I want you to wait until after we go live, after we're done going live, and I want you to put in the comments, step your game up less. Step up less. That's what I want you to do. Step up less. L-E-S. Step up less. But not right now, not in the comments right now. Once the show ends, that's what I want you guys to do it. Step up less.
That's who we're going to pick.
And that's going to be the comments. And then tomorrow, Luke is going to pick a winner if he hits one of these fucking things, which eventually he will.
It's kind of lined up perfectly.
I told you guys, we're not losing, we're learning. All right, go ahead, Luke.
Correct.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I love it. So make sure you do it after the show because that's the names I'm gonna pick from. It has to be on YouTube after the show. Jay is setting up perfectly for us to cash and just have like 400 people saying step up Les, so he can show it to Les. It's gonna be great. We're gonna cash it. So it's Brandon Pfaadt over 4.5 strikeouts, official free play VIP quality. Brandon Pfaadt over 4.5. Book it quietly because I have to earn the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
All right, there you go. Agreed.
All right, I'm out of here.
So you guys
Thank
got
guys.
it, right? We'll put it on the screen. Anyway, we can leave it at 3 screens. Who gives a fuck? We'll find the way it is, Bert.
It's all good.
Yeah. Let's move on to Seattle. We have my New York Yankees took their first loss of the season last night on a fucking walk-off. I mean, Raleigh walked off. They sat him for the game, and then he came in 2 pinch hits.
Yep.
And the walk-off single. You know, it happens. Look, you know what? I didn't say we were going to go 162-0. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect that. I expected to drop 1. You know what I'm saying? So now 160 is still in reach, guys. Still in reach. Anyway, we have a great pitching match. I mean, this is a game I'm going to watch. I don't know how heavily invested I get. I'm definitely not going to be heavy-handed, but this is definitely a game I'm going to watch. Now, there's a couple different plays I like in this spot. First, I'm going to like the first 5 under, right? Like that's what I like immediately. Just Logan Gilbert on the mound. Yankees not as good against what am I fucking thinking of? Yeah, Bertie. All right, so Logan Gilbert on the mound. And Max Fried on the mound. Max Fried fucking dealt in the first game of the season. I just keep fucking doing this with this bullshit. Anyway, I can't find the mute button. And then I like the Yankees, but I like the Yankees in every way, shape, and form tonight, except for their team total, because I don't think it's going to take a lot of runs to win this game. I really don't, and I don't think they're going to put too many on the board, but I think they'll do just enough to cash this one for me. So this is definitely a Yankee spot. And guys, remember, I'm a huge Yankee fan. But I don't ride the Yankees just to ride them, right? Like I don't bet the Yankees just to bet them. I have to like the spot, and I actually like the spot coming off of the loss last night. And they were in that game, right? Like they just couldn't string together a couple of hits. Bellinger was awful. I mean, it is a little scary when you're watching all the Yankees like Jazz Chisholm and Bellinger with all the ski masks on while they're at the plate. I hate fucking seeing that. But anyway, I'm on the Yankees tonight. That's the only way I could look here. What do you think, Coach?
I'm with you. It's a Yankees money line. Fried, say what you want. Logan Gilbert, solid pitcher, but Fried's the better option. Gilbert,
and the Yankees smash righties.
Well, and he's had trouble pitching against the Yankees as well. So
actually, Yankees have historically owned Seattle.
Yes,
historically have owned Seattle.
Yep, and then he did have a start last year against New York, and they shelled him for 4 earned runs. He gave up a homer. And they won that game 10-3, but I think that one might have been in New York. But Fried pitched at Seattle last year, 5 innings, gave up 1 earned run. So I expect him to do the same here. And I would see or foresee a low scoring game, which I think the total is telling you too. So I'd lean on the under, but I like the Yankees money line.
Yeah, and the Guardians already touched him in all sorts of awkward places his first outing of the season, too. Carrying a 5-run ERA into this game.
Give up a homer there, too.
And I think the Yankees could do – yeah, it was at home as well. Yeah. I think the Yankees can do the same, especially with Mad Max on the mound. I like it. Max usually typically starts the season, on fire, just as he did last year. I didn't think he was going to lose a game. I mean, that's how well he pitched to start the season. Yeah. So, this is definitely a Yankee show here today. Anyway, so let's move on. You guys have it. Yankees for me and Coach, right? And I also do like the first 5 under as well. Let's move on. San Diego. I'm J.A. Cavalier. Logan Webb and German Marquez, right? I always try to get his name right because I see the German, and the German in me wants to say German, right? Just to say German, because how often do you really get a chance to say German, right? And Marquez. Listen, I wrote the book on Logan Webb. I'm not going to change from that book. You back Webb at home, and you fade him on the road. Now, I couldn't back him at home this year because the opening game of the season was against Mad Max, right? Pretty much similar to the Yankee game tonight, right? It was against Webb, where people would want to be back on Webb. And, of course, Max just fucking dealt. And Webb got handed a big, fat 11-run ERA, which is what he's coming into this game with. And he didn't pitch well. Now, towards the second half of the season, he really, started to strap in and deal on the road. Yeah. But
Yeah.
you know what? I didn't like what I saw from Webb. I'm not a big believer in this Giants lineup. I'm definitely not a big believer in this Padres lineup. I think they rank towards the bottom 5 to 7 in projected lineups in baseball. So no, thank you. But you know what? I don't have a problem with an under in a pitcher friendly park.
Yep.
You know, it's the same book on the Padres, and I never seem to understand it. Right? As soon as they get something else, because it's almost like every other inning they have the leadoff runner on, and immediately following they ground into a fucking double play. Like it's never like situational hitting or advancing runners. You know, honestly, if I was the Padres, if I'm the manager of the Padres, if I get a guy on first, I'm just going to tell whoever it is. I don't care if it's Machado. I'm just going to say just bunt.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw that?
A bunt?
When's the last time you see you just never, you hardly ever see it. They don't want to move runners.
You don't see small ball.
No,
you don't see small ball. So
good baseball, man.
I like the under in. I like the under in this spot. I just don't like either of these lineups. And I think Marquez is going to have a decent year, right? Like he's finally out of the Rockies, right?
Of course,
like he's out of Colorado. So I mean, I think he'll definitely, just by definition, you're going to put up better numbers, right?
He should.
Was that your take? I'm like,
that's it. No, he should. He should pitch better. I mean, God, anybody could be better than 3-16. I think he was, and almost a 7 ERA. But I don't disagree with the undertake. And you might sit there and be, oh, geez, his ERA was 7 last year, and he gave up all these runs to the Giants and blah blah blah. But most of those were at Coors Field, so. I actually put up a free pick on this game. I don't like either lineup, so it's hard to back either one of them. And if I had to, I would follow, the MO on Logan Webb, which is fade him on the road. However, I think he still gets enough strikeouts to go over his strikeout prop.
I wouldn't disagree.
Yeah,
with that.
that's what he is. He's a strikeout dominant pitcher, and his line's at 5.5. He pitched 3 times against the Padres last year, and 2 times he went over, and one of those was at San Diego. And he has pretty decent success against the San Diego lineup. So I would play Webb's K prop over.
You know what I don't mind in this game either?
What's that?
Maybe a Padres first 5 plus a half a run.
Oh, no, because it could very well be. Like, if you're going to play the under in that, then yeah, because it's a low scoring, and again, if it's tied, you're going to get the win. So yeah,
correct. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I think it's going to be low scoring. I do think Herman is going to sneak up on quite a bit of people this year. I really do. I think he's going to have a decent year. Like I said, by definition, he's going to do better than he did in Colorado. All right, so last game of the night coming up, we have the Guardians, who absolutely fucking put it on the Dodgers last night, handing them their first loss of the season. Bybee and Ohtani making his first start of the year. I mean, so this goes back to what I was saying, or maybe the Dodgers lineup or the Dodgers rotation is that stacked that you have Ohtani in the fucking 5 spot. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll take that any day of the week, twice on fucking Sunday, right? Ohtani is your 5th pitcher. Yeah, fucking score. The problem is this line just keeps creeping up. Like you can't price the Dodgers high enough right now to keep the market off of it, especially off of a loss, right? Because it's almost like you have to play the Dodgers off of a loss. I mean, so I would lay the 1.5 with the Dodgers probably, but they haven't looked great to start the season, right? Like they've had some games where they put up some numbers, but they were trailing in every game against Arizona, came back and won them all, but they were trailing in every game. And last night, it was 4-0 going into the 9th before they put one across.
I think so.
Anyway, what do you say here, Coach?
I'm with you. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to get to anything because of the pricing. I actually like the Dodgers minus the 1.5 just because I don't trust them in the first 5. But I do think I think they can hit Bybee. And if you didn't know, Bybee started a game already. He left early with some shoulder thing, which I think he's okay. But in that start, he gave up 3 home runs and I think 6 or 7 earned runs. So I think they can get to him. I I think it's worth a look at Ohtani and his strikeout prop. But I think it moved up to 6.5. It was 5.5 earlier, but I think it moved up to 6.5. The only problem I'd have with that is, is he going to go 6 or 7 innings, or are they going to hold him to 5?
Just a note on this game is that winds are blowing out 10 miles per hour, which is a good thing if you're expecting runs, right? But 60% chance of rain in Los Angeles.
Ooh.
And that's actually a high percentage considering it's for Los Angeles, right? It pretty much never rains, in LA, and there's 60% chance of rain. So just keep an eye on that. 34% chance of precipitation in St. Louis as well. So I'm guessing the Midwest is expecting some. Do you see it cloudy by you?
It rained here this morning, but it's opened up right now.
So it's moving towards Chicago now.
It's probably
right?
moved. Yeah.
80% chance in Chicago. That's why we didn't do that game, because there's a good chance that game doesn't really get off the mound, right?
Yep. Hey, Dylan Stevens made a good comment too. Ohtani loves to go yard when he pitches. He actually tends to hit better when he pitches too.
Well, that would be saying a fucking world. You know what I mean? Guy's the best. But I mean, so you and I have been around longer than Luke and a lot of the guys in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Let's ask this question: best ball player you've ever seen?
Ohtani. Yeah. I mean,
Question.
There's, who else has done that in our lifetime? Like, I mean, we can go back. At least I can. I can go back to God. I remember old like 70s. The Big Red Machine. The Red Sox with Yastrzemski and Fisk and Jim Rice.
But they weren't Ohtani.
And they're not. No, none of them are. None. And then, I was able to watch Nolan Ryan in his prime. We've seen a ton of great pitchers, but Ohtani is all those hitters that I can think of from my youth. Plus, he's all the pitchers that I can think of too, all in one. I mean, we've never seen anything.
I don't think we'll ever see anything like it again. And I know it's hard to say that we'll never see something like it again, but it's really hard to imagine that we'll ever see anything like this again, right? Like in my opinion, I don't think we'll ever see anything like this again.
I don't think we will, just because the whole specialization thing. Like, the tons of major league pitchers, like they were the best player, maybe even the best athlete in their high school. And they could all hit, they could hit, but, once they get into, a minor league system, or, even when they go to college, it's like, hey, we think it's better that you become a pitcher. And then once you do that, like you just, you don't get as many swings in the batting cage, so you don't become a hitter. So yeah, I don't think it will happen in our lifetime.
No, I don't think it'll happen. I mean, listen, just what he does at the plate is special. Right, like just what he does at the plate, is a generational talent. Right, forget his pitching. Just what he does on the field. Just what he does at the plate. A guy who can steal bases. A guy who can literally a 7-tool player. Right, like which is rarely ever seen. Like that's why I put him like, if you ask me for one swing, one at bat right now, who do I want at the plate? It's Ohtani, right? And I'm a Yankee fan. And it's absolutely not Judge. In a big pressure moment, even though he didn't light it up in the World Series last year, I would still take Ohtani over fucking Judge any day of the week. Like, if there's one at bat that I have to have that one at bat to do something, it's Ohtani. Who else would you call on? Right? Like, so, I mean, he might be just the best at the plate I've ever seen. Right? Like, so, so without the pitching. So now you add in what he does on the field, and now you add in what he does on the mound. But by far the greatest talent Major League Baseball has ever seen. So anyway, it's Dodgers or nothing for us. I mean, I wouldn't hate like a Guardian plus 200, plus 2.5 runs. I told you that's always going to be a look when you get a chance for that. Anyway, let's move on. Best bets. Coach, best bet.
I like Bubba Chandler. Bubba Bubba, I think he's going to have a good day at Cincy, and I like him to go over his strikeout prop at 5.5.
Coach Rick Bowes, you guys, some of you may not know, of course, is a Pirate fan, and he's taking his favorite team. So I think it's only right that I do the same, and I'll take the Marlins. No, I'm just playing. I'll take I will take the New York Yankees. We'll build a 4-leg parlay. Let's go. A little short pizza parlay. A personal pie today.
Personal pie, personal pan pizza.
All right, listen, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go first today. So this way we actually hit one. And that's going to be the New York Yankees money line. And I am going to put the Florida Marlins in their money line as well. The Marlins and the Yankees. Yep, I'm doing it. I like the spot for both. Coach, give me 2 legs.
I want to take the Mets, but do you think that game might get rained out?
No. I mean, I thought it was what there was like a 30% precipitation there. Yeah, 34%. So I don't have a problem with that. And 13-mile-an-hour winds blowing out. Senga on the mound. I like it. I like it. And therefore we put Burnsy's favorite team in. Why don't we just do it? A fucking why lose squad team in here tonight, and we'll include the Pirates in as
throw the Pirates in there on the money line. There you go.
There you go. I like
Giddy up.
Mets, Pirates, Yankees, Marlins, 4-leg money line parlay. You could throw in Luke's prop, though I don't suggest you do. He hasn't hit a ride or die all season, hasn't even been fucking close. So let's not include that. Let's just see if this one hits. And if this one hits, we'll kick Luke off the show early every day after he gives the ride or die. Coach and I will just stick around.
He'll peace out, and we'll take care of it.
All right, guys, just a reminder, Tommy T was in the chat a little while ago. I don't know if he's still in the comments. If he is there, Tommy, step up. Guys, make sure you give him his props, and make sure you tune in to NBA Player Performance every day. Tommy's doing a great job with that, going over the entire card. Also, if you haven't done so, what the fuck are you doing? There's way too many people here, way too many people watching. Over 3,000 views yesterday, and you guys, didn't smash the like button. That's unacceptable.
There you go.
It's unacceptable. It really is unacceptable. Go ahead, smash the like button right now. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Because listen, we may be stumbling out the gate, which is typical with a new sport, right? But as the season progresses, we're going to be cashing more fucking tickets than any other channel or any other MLB show. And that's not an assumption. That's not a wish. That's not a want. It's the fucking way it is. Anyway, guys, we appreciate you guys the most. Be sure to smash the like button. Again, appreciation, always appreciated. We, of course, appreciate you guys the most. This is as much your show as it is ours. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow, 1 o'clock. But until then, remember that with your heads, not above them.
Special guy for placing a bet like that.